Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kosi. So without further ado, I'm just going to go straight into the video, and please make sure to subscribe, like, share and all of that, please. After your first year, you enter preclinicals. When you enter your group chats, like when you guys haven't even moved to, like when you guys haven't even started the second day, you're still at home resting from your first year vacation. Enter group chat, you're going to see a lot of people telling you, buy this textbook, this one is the best textbook that you need for med school, for physiology. Anatomy is hard, this is the best textbook. So in this video, I'm just going to tell you the right textbook that you need. And I asked some questions to some of my classmates, and some of them replied telling me their thoughts on the textbook that they use and whether the textbook is good enough, is a good textbook to use for your second MBBS preparation. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you share it to your friends that are prepared for the second MBBS or just entered second year. So like I said in my preclinicals video, there are 3 courses that you do in preclinical for second MBBS. That is anatomy, physiology and biochemistry. So under anatomy you get gross anatomy, histology and embryology. For under gross anatomy, there are so many textbooks. Ones that I know that are quite popular, I guess, that were quite popular in my school were Gray's Anatomy, Last Anatomy, Vishram Singh textbook of anatomy, Keith Moore clinically oriented anatomy textbook, then Chorazia textbook. Then of course you need your atlas too. I'm just going to talk about each textbook. So Gray's Anatomy, I don't know people that use Gray's Anatomy, so I'm not going to talk about that. I don't know anybody that uses Gray's Anatomy, but I think I heard someone saying that it's a pretty good textbook. So for Chorazia is in 3 volumes, 4 volumes. They have the one for upper limb and lower limb, abdomen and thorax, then head and neck, in 3 volumes. So that, and these textbooks are like really expensive. You have to buy volume 1, volume 2 and volume 3. I don't know anyone that uses Chorazia, so I'm not going to talk about that. Then Keith Moore, I used Keith Moore for like a little bit. It's very bulky, it's very big. It's just one textbook, it's not in volumes. And if you want to know about clinical correlates a lot, then Keith Moore is actually the textbook, because they go in depth when it comes to that, and they go in depth too much. It's super bulky, so I don't really advise that you buy that. Then the next one is Last Anatomy. So guys, I use Last Anatomy and I don't really like the textbook, honestly speaking. Last Anatomy is for people that have gone beyond second MBBS, maybe people that are reading it for their primary exams to become resident doctors. I don't know. It's a very good textbook. It's very in-depth. But the problem is that it's not sectioned. It's not compartmentalized. Everything is just jam-packed together. And then they have like, the font is very tiny. The fonts are very tiny. I don't like that. I recommend Last Anatomy, but that's if you already have like a little foundation on anatomy. If not, Last Anatomy will like kind of confuse you. And then they don't really have a lot of like illustrations or drawings in their textbook for you to understand what you are reading. One of the people that replied to my status, shout out to you guys, by the way. Someone said Last is the last textbook I would recommend for anybody to read. Guys, it's that bad. A lot of people complain. And someone also said about Last, you'd have a hard time figuring out the things you need to pay attention to. And that is the truth, because everything is just put together. It's like the way things are written in novels. Like you just have to like be reading it. And now it's up to you to kind of know what you are looking for. And when you are starting your second MBBS journey, you don't even know what you are looking for. And you don't even know what you're looking for. You don't even know what you're supposed to pay attention to. So I don't really recommend Last Anatomy. So the last one is Vishram Singh. Now Vishram Singh is a textbook that I wish I came across. I remember when we wrote our exam and when our results came out, someone was like, thank God for Vishram Singh. I'm like, why didn't I hear of this textbook since? Why didn't you guys talk about it? Now when we entered, everyone was talking about Last. Even lecturers, buy your Last Anatomy. No one actually ever talked about Vishram Singh. It's by an Indian author. It's like Chorazia, is in 3 volumes, 4. Everything was so sectioned and compartmentalized, and they wrote it in a way that you can easily take their format and put into your exam when you're writing your essay exam, when your second MBBS comes out. Like if you write it the way they wrote it, you pass your exam. Okay, 2 of the people that replied to my status, they were they were both praising this textbook. And one of them said Vishram Singh is very, very wonderful, and she noticed that some of our lecturers use this for us. Then one said Vishram Singh helps you focus on important things and use simple words and diagrams that make it an interesting experience. So when I opened it, I saw a lot of diagrams. Even for their clinical correlates, they would show like diagrams. I was very, very impressed, and then I was mad at myself for not knowing about this textbook when I wrote the exam, because like if I had known about the Vishram Singh textbook, I wouldn't have had the kind of anxiety I had when it came to anatomy. So Vishram Singh is outlined already for your essay. When you are writing your essays in your second MBS exam, you have to tell you to write about like the esophagus. You have to write parts, what's the relations, so many things, constrictions. It has to be like a little subheading, then you write under it. And the Vishram Singh is like that. Like it is exactly what you want to write in your essay that you see in Vishram Singh. So that is it. But for your MCQ, last is very good for MCQ. So last is very, very good for your MCQ reading, while Vishram Singh is very good for your essays, and equally will be very good for your MCQ too, because the textbook is a good textbook. Then make sure you have your atlas. Now atlas is like the main thing. Atlas is like one of the main things. You can even like only use your lecture materials and be looking at your atlas and be able to understand what they're talking about. In atlas, you see the pictures, the clear pictures. You see color, you see like blue and red colors depicting like the insertion of like muscles and their origin, so many things. Then you'd also see like the radiographs of organs, radiographs of bones, and so many things. It is very, very important to have your atlas. Even if you don't have textbook, make sure you have your atlas. Your anatomy atlas is very, very important. So going to histology, so there are two textbooks that I know in histology: Indebe Singh's textbook of histology by an Indian author, and Witter's functional histology. Now these textbooks are very, very similar, so I'm just going to talk about Indebe Singh because that's what I used. Now when it comes to histology, I read mainly my materials. I just go to textbook when I want to read in depth about a particular topic, also to look at the pictures and the pictures of the tissue and stuff, because like in the textbooks that are labeled, like they label the lumen, for example skin, they label like the epidermis, dermis, any invaginations going into the tissue or whatever, it's labeled so well. So now would I advise you to buy a histology textbook? Yes, sure, you need it, like, because like I don't think your lecturers would go as deep as you need. When it comes to your second MBS exam, your essay, your lecture material might actually be enough to answer any histology related question. But when it comes to like your MCQ, that is your OBJ, your multiple choice questions, you need to know some things from textbook, because they actually go to this textbook to get some questions for you. So you either buy Indebe Singh or you buy Witter's. Any of them will do. So going to embryology, you have Sadler's medical embryology, and Indebe Singh's, the same Indebe Singh, human embryology. Embryology, you need your textbook. I'm not going to lie to you. You need your textbook because there's a lot in embryology, and lecturers are not going to get all of that and put inside their materials for you. Like it will just make their materials very, very bulky. So like this, they'll put the very, very important ones, but when you are reading the textbook, you realize that they miss some weeks, some months. Like when it comes to, like I talked about in my video, embryology is all about weeks. They miss some things, and then when it comes to clinical correlates, they show it a lot. I used Sadler's, and they were showing like so many like congenital abnormalities and all of that comes with the embryo. So you see it a lot, but you not really get it in the material. Like for us, I don't know about your school, you watching this, so you need your embryology textbook, and they ask a lot of questions on clinical correlates when it comes to embryo, and also those weeks and months and where things are originating from. So you need your textbook to understand it more. So that is it for anatomy. And also you need to watch videos. Even if you don't have textbooks, if you have your atlas, you watch a lot of videos, I really think you'd understand anatomy well. So in my former video, I put up some good YouTube channels to watch for your video, for your anatomy, for all your second MBBS courses. So you can also always check that video out. I'm going to link it in my description box or somewhere up. So let's just go to physiology. Now for physiology, there are two textbooks that I know of. Okay, three. One is by a Nigerian author, Ezilo textbook of physiology. Then you now see Sembolingam. Sorry, the name of the textbook is Essentials of of medical physiology, but we call it sembolingam in med school. Do you have sembolingam? Do you have sembolingam? So then the next one is Guyton and Hall textbook. The next one is Textbook of Medical Physiology by Guyton and Hall. I'm so sorry for this. I didn't really use any textbook for physio. Honestly, the materials were very, very much enough for me. The only time I used textbook was when we did excitables. Now, there's a textbook by a lecturer, just like a small book by a lecturer in my school. So that was the only time I opened anything that was not the lecture material. Now, our lecturers, their materials were enough to pass well in physiology for me. But some of my classmates, they were like, for sembolingam, that our lecturers use it a lot. They take a lot of things from it, to write their own lecture material. So I'm a believer that if the lecturer uses that textbook, you should also know about that textbook. If you have any question, go to that particular textbook. For Guyton and Hall, one of them said that she used it like whenever she wants to get like a deeper understanding of physiology. It has more information. So then for Azilo, the girl that used it, she said that she used it at first. She said that she was not impressed by the textbook. I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to be supporting Nigerian authors, but if it's not good enough, you don't want to waste your money. So you either buy Sembolingam, Essentials of Medical Physiology, or you buy the Textbook of Medical Physiology by Guyton and Hall. And also you watch videos. Videos help a lot in physiology. Like, videos helped me so much. Watch videos, guys. For biochemistry, you have two textbooks. You have Lippincott Biochemistry and Harper's Illustrated Biochemistry. I didn't use any textbook for my biochemistry. You don't need textbook. If you have very good lecturers, they're going to just be listing up the very, very important things and putting their materials. You don't need textbook. But if you want to buy a textbook, it's up to you. Personally speaking, I didn't use it. I didn't really see need for it. But some people used it like for first semester biochemistry and our third semester biochemistry. The person that used Lippincott, he said that Lippincott biochemistry is very good and that some of our lecturers use it to source for their materials. So which makes sense because these are the textbooks that they recommend for us. So you can always use that. And I don't know anyone that used Harper's biochemistry, so I'm not going to talk about that. Then for metabolism, in my school, there's a textbook of metabolism that was written by two of our lecturers. It was what all of us that wrote biochemistry, that wrote metab used. I don't know if it's used in your school here in Nigeria, I don't know, but we used it and it helped. It's very, very, like, I don't know, they did so well in that textbook. I was impressed. So that is it for this video. I rushed through this video and I really hope you got enough information to help you make the decision on what textbook to buy. The main thing that I will tell you to buy the main course that I'll tell you to buy a textbook for is actually anatomy, your gross anatomy most especially, then your embryology. And for histology, you can always go online and like Google labeled slides of trachea, stomach, or whatever. You can always go and check it out. So we have come to the end of this video. If you have any question, make sure to share this video to your friends because this video is very, very important. If you have any friend that's just entered second year and is being bombarded with textbooks to buy, just send them this video. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to share to your friends, make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe. And if you have any other video idea if you have any video that you want me to make on med school, lifestyle, whatever, just tell me in the comment section. Let's just interact in the comment section. So yes, that is it. See you guys in my next video.